On August 30th, just 7 weeks after arriving on campus, Baker Mayfield became the first true freshman walk-on quarterback in history to start a season opener at a BCS conference school. That day, he threw for 413 yards and 4 touchdowns while running for another. Texas Tech beat SMU 41-23.
The first thing that comes to mind is Baker always had a ball in his hand, running down the hall, doing something, and he would always, in fact, after several broken vases, you never saw him without a ball in his hand.
He very fun. He's really relaxed all the time. He's a great guy. He doesn't, he's always the same person no matter what. He's a good leader, and he really knows and he loves to play the game of football.
Mayfield hails from Lake Travis High School in Austin, Texas, where he led the Cavaliers to a state title his junior year. That season, the team went undefeated, and Mayfield threw for 45 touchdowns with only 5 interceptions. As expected, Division I scholarship offers started coming in.
Baker did all the right things. I mean, he has all the intangibles. Everybody loves him. He's never had a bad day. I don't care what's going on. He's got a smile on his face. His teammates feed off of that. He has a great attitude all the time. Even if he didn't play well or made a bad throw, he doesn't pout, he doesn't sulk, and he never did that. So coming out of that spring, we felt like, we had Baker and we had another guy, a kid Colin Lagasse that's at SMU now. We felt like we would be our 2 guys. Going into that fall, we weren't sure about what our offensive line would look like. And plus, I really didn't, having a quarterback competition, I was really concerned about how that might divide our team. And so going into the first game against Westlake, which is a rival high school here right down the road, very similar to us, we started the Colin Lagasse kid. But Baker repped all week, and we knew we were going to play both of them, and we just kind of wanted to see how it would sort out. Probably in the back of my mind, I was rooting for Baker to win out because the other kid could be used in so many other different ways, plus Baker was younger. We always, we're going to play the best, but if a young guy and an older guy are the same, we're going to play the young guy.
Lake Travis struggled during Mayfield's senior season, posting a 9-2 record, and once his dream school, TCU, opted for another quarterback, Mayfield was suddenly left without many options. Mayfield chose to walk on at Texas Tech, where his former high school teammate Michael Brewer was the starting quarterback. A few months later, Brewer injured his back, and Tech was left with 2 true freshman quarterbacks.
We were really excited about Baker coming to walk on. We knew he was a scholarship-worthy kid. He had some offers early in the process, and for whatever reason, they fell through. But anytime you can get a kid that type of caliber, a player, to come walk on, and it was a difficult situation because we didn't want Baker to think that, we're viewing you just as a walk on. We know what we're getting in you, scholarship numbers wise. We just don't have a spot, and so we were fired up the day he came. We put on a big presentation for him. Rolled out the red carpet for him. He meant that much to us, and fortunately for us, he chose to walk on, and he's kind of writing his own story now.
We were excited. We knew we got a steal. We had recruited him at other schools, a couple of the coaches here, and were shocked, really, that he didn't have a scholarship. And so we talked to him, told him our situation and our vision for him, and luckily, he showed up and fell into our lap.
After beating out fellow freshman quarterback Davis Webb, Mayfield started the first 5 games for the Red Raiders, and although a knee injury kept him out of the game against Iowa State, he has amassed almost 1,500 yards and 8 touchdowns in a season where he was not expecting to play at all.